Alright, AKAPADers, we have another comic book haul. This one is huge. I found a comic store, Slippin. Let's get into it. We're back! Peter A. DeLuca here, AKAPAD 69. Stay with me. Known for Philadelphia, PA, Europe, and the multiverse as the Eclectic One. No joke. We have one major slip. We have one baby slippage. That's right, people. I go to your comic shop. You better have everything priced, everything inventory. You better know what it is when I bring that up to the sweet counter to lay down those baby back greens and come home with another comic book haul. Welcome back to the channel, people. My buddy Mark, I love him to death. Mark the Merc, as we used to call him on the podcast. We're going to try, we're going to try and do this really big mega live stream. I'm hoping him and I can just organize it and get it done. More info on that coming, but I'm shooting for that live stream to be up to 2 to 3 hours. That's right, we're crazy over here. People, we have to hit that drawing table, and we have to hit it now, because some of these books, I have to absorb them. I have to look at them. I have to read them, and I can't do it until we're done with this video. So can we just do it, please? Cheers, cheers, cheers. You are the best audience ever. I am blessed to have you guys hanging out with me as much as you do. Alright, we gotta do this because I need to read some of these books. We gotta get this over with. On the top of the stack, we have, you guys know I love them. I hope you love them too. We got some J. Lee goodness. People, when you find this in the dollar bin and you get this torn, ripped, some tape got stuck on here because someone didn't bag it right. When you get this is, you're buying a comic book. You're buying a comic. Namor the Submariner, 37, 29, 30, rocking and rolling. And I'm just surprised I didn't have this one because I love the cover so much. But the interesting point too is Scott Collins is one of them too. The people that they had filling in for Jay Lee around this time falls in line with a lot of Jay Lee's styling. That's how big and influential he was and fast. And this is more of his like a little earlier on, but this is way more of a story than when he took over the title. And we can go back to 37 here, and you really see like the full Jay Lee goodness. The transition, the year from like this point to this, it's one of the great transitions in comic book history. People, you guys, long time tracking this, you guys know I love Amalgam. We have X Patrol with Roger Cruz. I love Roger Cruz. His artist transition, go follow him on the Instagram. I love Roger Cruz. We're going to be a little all over the place. We have more Amalgam in here. Bad Rock and Company 6. We have Shadowhawk. People, Bad Rock and Company 6, outside of going online, this is tough to find in the wild. Never read it. I am completely into this because this issue alone looks like they do these flashbacks and they pretty much sum up everything for Shadowhawk. All of Youngblood, like Spawn is somewhat like referenced, but Spawn shows up at the very end of this issue right here. I mean, it's awesome. It just seems to be like somewhat pivotal in just the Extreme Studios layout, we'll say. Put that over there. Kaboom, we got Kaboom because we are obsessed with Karan Grant. He will be coming up in a video called Zoom Suit, and we're going to show off where he started and how he ended up. Also follow him on the Instagram. He's a great vehicle artist, designer. Not enough credit. We're all about Kaboom. Vespers, we love those indie comics. I want to say at one time, I don't know, I know I have this book right here. I have this book somewhere. Can I pull it from my shelf in a matter of seconds? Hold up here, people. We're looking for it. Here it is, people. This is why I bought this book. See, how to self-publish your own comic book. I read this thing a million times, people. A million times, especially the digital part, the color separations. Huge stuff. I can't wait. I don't know why. I feel like I waited my entire life to read Vespers. Beta, Time Warrior. I believe I have issues 2 and 3, or maybe 2 of this. Love the young, independent Todd McFarlane inspiration here. People, we will be doing a video on these guys. Exiles, number 69. Because it's 69, people. Just put that in here. Going back to the Rob Liefeld sack. So we're transitioning off of Wildstorm. We're focusing more and more on Rob Liefeld. Upcoming, I kind of forgot if I had this or not. You can't have enough Youngblood Zero, but this issue alone means a lot to me. And I want to do a video on exactly as a young dude just trying to figure things out in this world, what I pulled out of this. Axis Comics, we just did a video on the Axis Comics sampler. Beasties, I've already read this one. I've read this one super quick. Fascinating. This might be a video, but I just want to draw these characters. I really do. Earth X 5, Earth X 10, because we love Alex Ross. Back to the Rob Liefeld love. Avengers number 1. I would say the pushback against Liefeld and Heroes Reborn, once it hit the stands, it was this cover. It really wasn't the artwork of Liefeld. Chap Yap was not over, and people hated the beginning of this book here. Rob Liefeld picks it up later and really does some magic. The colors alone. Right, the highest selling Avengers issue of all time. I always like the contrast colors here. This is just great, people. But Chap Yap is the one that killed Avengers Heroes Reborn. We will be inking some of these live. I was so happy to find this. Olivia Coppola. This is him at his height. I'm not too crazy over his style now. But we will be doing some live inking of this. Marvel Vision 17. We have a Brett Booth interview here when he was taken over for Jim Lee on Fantastic Four, upcoming Wildstorm Wednesday. Independence Day 2, because we have 0 and 1. So happy, very stoked to get this. Earth X Special Edition pre-announcement of the miniseries. Very important comic book history. One of Alex Ross's best symmetrical covers. And going back to Amalgam, we have Speed Demon. Never read Speed Demon. Can't wait. Lost Heroes. I have to build Dave Dez out. Or Dab Dez. And I have to build out this series because I'm not going to open it. But there's just something significant on the inside of this. So people, just be patient. We have Ainty, 12 Gauge Comics. Gail Ainherd, if you've seen Terminator, right? She's one of the biggest producers in history. Look, here we go. Producer of Terminator, Aliens, AMC's The Walking Dead. Valhalla, if you're familiar with Valhalla, so many movies begin with this logo. This is a part of a bigger study I'm doing for what I'm calling movie pitch comics. So we started that. We will be revealing XForce and Cable 9 to 5 for a reason. There's one spread in here that we will highlight. Can't talk about it. Helios, upcoming video on this also. But for now, moving on. Edge, Greater Mercury Comics. You guys know we buy Greater Mercury whenever we can. Can't wait to read this guy. Grips, rock and roll, let's go. Sniper and Rook. Guys, John Mallon right here. And Tony Moore, Bill Malls, Bill Tucci. I was in heavy conversation with these guys at one point, trying to get them to pick up some of my artwork. I never knew that this guy actually published this book. Swear to God. He was online correspondence for me. I found him on maybe like an AOL chat room or something. I was trying heavily to get him to feature some of my artwork. I don't know what happened, but I believe this might be, like 10 issues long. So I have to try and get more of these issues to see if I was featured in any of them. Brigade number 2, non-foil cover. This is like a true rarity, by the way, guys. So happy. Got some more Alex Ross. People, I had to get this. Original price, $69.99. I believe this is a glow-in-the-dark acetate, but it's limited edition. J Company Comics, we know them, right? They're still rocking and rolling today. I don't know. I'm going to research this, but this also unlocks... I should build the entire company out of continuity. We really should have a complete continuity stack, so that jumpstarts that. All right, people. Legion of Night. I kept these in the bag because I just wanted to rob myself, but I unbagged everything. We got these for $1 a piece. If you're not familiar with Legion of Night, this is might be Wells Portacio's absolute best, most complete work. We have Paul Mounts. Paul Mounts colored the Jim Lee X-Men trading card series. This is highly forgotten, very significant. When I was younger, I would flip through this all the time. Giant complete story. Steve Gerber at his absolute best. We have part 1, part 2. So at one point, it was this, and the DC Comics had a 6-issue miniseries called The Worlds at War, or the Worlds at End, and it was painted, and it was spectacular. Those 2 miniseries, when I was younger, really pushed the idea that comics were more than superheroes. Slip number 1, people. Let's get into it. Deadpool Circle Chase, $20. All 4 issues. This is huge. I need this for my Joe Mad gap. This is the biggest gap I have when it comes to Joe Mad. People, $20 is an absolute steal for this. Relatively in this high grade, this should be, it really should be like a $50 set. And here we go. The big slip. Here it is. Look at the price tag. Essential X-Men number 10, in absolute, almost off-the-shelf condition. The Jim Lee black and white hotness is in here. I can't wait to look at it. I was waiting because I wanted you guys to see just it wrapped up, beautiful. This retails between $100 and $200. 1 bill or 2 bills. It is a high energy day. Subscribe, support, leave a comment. AKAPADers, I love you guys so much. I do nothing but thank you guys. I am grateful even for the negative comments. It just helps. The negative comments, at least some of them, but I would say most, they're not. At least you guys are watching the videos and you're absorbing the points and you're following what I'm saying. People, there's nothing more flattering than that. And I realize on the surface level, this could come, the channel itself can come off as a James Gunn, cartoonist kayfabe hating channel. These are just opinions. I guess at this point too, Jim Lee hating channel. But at this point, we're just I'm putting ideas, I'm putting thoughts out there. I'm being very spontaneous in my approach because I get a lot of ideas in my head, and none of them happen while I'm at the drawing table. This is when I'm working the 9 to 5 and I'm stuck in an elevator with someone or in a meeting where it's droning on and on. People, subscribe, support, leave a comment, show this video to your cats. This is a cat-friendly platform. Let's go all day, all night. The AKAPAD army is growing. Let's go.